Hello! I'm Nick.
I'm David.
We're playing Metroid still. Super Metroid. So...
Yeah, we've been playing it for weeks.
It has been weeks since we've done another one.
And by we've been playing, I mean Nick's been playing for weeks.
Yeah, I've been playing for a whole good amount of time. For as long as you will see here. But with some things edited out to make things a little peachier for you. A little less me dicking around trying to beat a boss a million times, and more beating the boss and getting through this game.
Which is really easy. I don't know why Nick has trouble with it.
Yeah, apparently. It's so super.
To fight. How long do you want to go throughout this game without a guide?
I don't know. I haven't been tempted by guides yet.
Like, what's our like limit? I guess not our limit, but
I figured you were my guide.
Yeah,
I figured you were the guide.
I realized that when I suggested, Nick, chill out.
Okay.
I'll give you.
You haven't been a particularly useful guide, mind. You've only told me things. Something bad would happen after the fact. I remember you telling me something about this room being bad for whatever reason, and then you failed to tell me that shooting these things would make the room dark, and that if the room's dark, I'll constantly fall on spikes.
Well,
and that I don't even need to go down this way yet.
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't know that at the time.
Oh. Some guide you are. You should have this whole game memorized, David.
I know what parts you'll have trouble with, because I didn't use a guide, and it was fairly straightforward. enough that you just have to kind of look where the map is not explored, and then you're just fine.
You say straightforward, but this is the game that expects you to bomb every wall you come across, without ever telling you that there are walls that are completely invisible, that you need to get, that are vital paths, that require you to do weird things to regular-looking walls.
I don't know. I feel like you kind of know the tricks by now.
I know that
you've done it before, in this game, Nick. You have. You've learned.
That I have. It's just it doesn't make it not intuitive. It's like the Dark Souls thing. It's like everything in Dark Souls is great, but everything in Dark Souls also never told you needed to do that. It's like Dark Souls, the tutorial is completely other people. For real. Like, other than just basic controls, the actual places you need to go and things you need to do in those games and in this game seems to be entirely based off your friend told you. Which I'm not sure that's conducive to a single-player atmosphere when you've got that going on. So yeah, here we are now. We're in this weird fungal zone. And these effing things, these drove me nuts.
Yeah, wow.
These drove me straight up the wall.
I'm now remembering how much trouble you had with them. Why did you have trouble with them?
Look at them! How are you kidding me? Look at how fast they move. And they're at the very edge of the screen. You have like no time to shoot them. I had to just back me up all the way against the opposite wall. Those things are a bitch. They are no good.
Well, you know what the remedy is for that. Just get good.
Yeah.
Get good at the game.
Yeah. The best piece of advice.
And stop aiming it straight up at the ceiling.
Here, I was testing out the my ability to do angled
There you
controls.
go. You're
Yeah,
bombing the
yeah,
wall.
you gotta bomb the wall that looks like every other wall. There's not even, look at that. There's not even graphics for the leftover pieces. It just looks like you cut a hole in the asset, as opposed to there being like some sort of rubble-looking asset or something. Oh, and these things were terrifying. They're like drills. They're like these weird bat drills that, again, give you almost no time to react once they actually attack you. So, I guess a lot of this is probably just like trial and error, right?
Trial and error.
I mean, how many times did you die in Metroid when you played? Like, how
Um,
many times did you die and then go, okay, I'm just not going to... Now I know what that enemy does. How much of it really does come down to trial and
I
error?
think I died a couple times on that first boss. That was the Chozo statue that you got the bombs from.
Hmm.
I wasn't really surprised. I just kept running into it and getting whacked by it
I don't know.
and dying. And then there is another boss that you will fight.
Yes.
Good luck.
The one that we're coming up to that I died a million times
no,
on.
it's a while forward.
Oh, you're not talking about this plant boss that we're about to fight.
No.
Okay.
I didn't die. I didn't actually die on that one. I don't think.
You didn't die on that one?
No.
Oh, you jerk. Come on. That... You know, those little floaty things.
Yeah, the little spores.
Yeah, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but...
Metroid Fusion had a boss that also did that, except it was sort of like a wall. It was a plant that was a wall that just sits there and shoots things at you while you're walking on these platforms.
See,
Or you're standing on them shooting and just ducking and dodging, while things in the upper corners are like spitting spores at you.
I'm not looking forward to that stuff. I have yet to beat a Metroid game, like I mentioned, so, I mean... We'll see if... I mean, I'm loving the atmosphere so far, which is by far the highlight of this game, I think.
Oh yeah.
It really is, like, such a cool little world they fleshed out. Like, everything is so creepy. And I love it. You don't get a lot of creepy space adventures. It's very reminiscent of, like, Alien and, well, Dark Souls. Yep, there it goes. There's the first death.
There's death number 1.
Just straight up not ducking when I need to duck. That one's on me. That one's stupid. I didn't do anything about that. Now, but the problem was I kept dying from this boss because I kept getting slaughtered by these things in the room right before it. Because,
Well,
again, like, no reaction time. Look, they even spit at you. They spit that crap at you, and you got, like, no time to react to a lot of their attacks. The spitting one is arguably the one that has the most, like, warning, but their little charge attack is certainly...
Oh yeah, the flying ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're good little monsters.
You just have to keep your distance. That's what I've noticed with a lot of enemies in this, is that, like, if they can get close to you, you're already screwed. Like, you've done it wrong.
Oh yeah.
From the get-go.
Well, except for bosses.
Yeah.
Because they just like to be...
They sure like to be clipping. Yeah, they sure like to get real close. And I kept trying to destroy those things with my bombs, even though I don't know why that didn't count. I don't know why those
need
need
bullets. It didn't
bullets.
look like it was even like colliding.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like keep just floating by. Of course, they probably took that into account because they said they'll just sit at the bottom and get all their pickups back. We can't have that.
Yeah.
That'd be too easy.
Still though, when your bomb attack does do damage to literally everything else in the game, like, come on, at least make it look like it tried or something, you know, like it just wasn't enough. What a creepy looking boss though. You keep thinking that middle part's gonna be like an eyeball when it opens up, but it's just this weird like. Weird mouth with kind of 3 H.R. Geiger eyes. like a weird mix of gooey tentacle wires inside.
It kind of gropes around for you eventually, because it
Mm-hmm.
knows I'm gonna get you eventually. And you will be my Samus meat.
Yeah, this boss fight was mostly just tedious. It was definitely not as hard for me as the Chozo statue one, but yeah, look at how close
Almost
we,
ate that.
we
Probably will eat it.
But yeah, but look,
Did
energy
you?
3, this is the problem. I came in here with, like, no health. And it will take almost nothing to kill me. I'm, like, entirely sure that one of these times it was one of those little stupid floating things that killed me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh man, that thing got so fast. Oh, no, you just got me off guard there. So we go with attempt number 3. This time,
this is where I acted as the guide.
Yes, I think
on like the 7th attempt.
Yeah, fine. We learned to
use missiles
on these things. Yeah,
use the missiles
because we'll get them back,
make your life easier.
And then we get to keep all of that health that we start with. And then, of course, I'm learning that we should not ever get close to these things, not remotely. So clear this room with 79 health to start rather than, like, 3. So there's, like, a much better chance of survival just by virtue of that. Being pretty proactive with the pickups, because this is the only chance you get to pick them up in the beginning here, because the rest of the time you're going to be ducking.
Seeing a little bit of teleportation.
Yeah, that kept happening. Samus turns invisible when she gets hit, and I think I could keep moving when that happened.
Yeah,
so
she just sort of becomes transparent because.
Now was that?
Now that's actually
is that an emulator thing?
There's actually lore behind this. Like when Samus gets hit, like in order to reduce the amount of damage that she takes, she just sort of temporarily phases into a different dimension repeatedly. So it's like once every, I don't know, like enough time to take up half the time that you're being hit. So you take half the damage, and that's why she lasts so long. Because she just keeps.
It's all in the
takes half
expanded
the
universe
damage.
wiki.
Yeah.
You can read it all there.
Mm-hmm. As everyone should, by the way. Because we know that all expanded universes are written by J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, this just continues like this for a while. That's the thing. These boss fights I feel drag on for way too long sometimes. I don't know if this one was an okay length. I think it just dragged down because I had to fight it so many times, but
oh, there it is. Teleportation.
I remember there being one in the Game Boy one I played. I can't ever remember the name. Fusion. It was like a weird rhinoceros thing, and that thing took forever to kill. I can't remember. It was like a robot.
About the one that sort of rolls around. You get the morph ball from it.
It's got the electricity powers, and it shocks you whenever you're trying to climb on a thing.
Electricity powers?
Yeah, it has electricity. It's like it's an armored robot rhino that has electricity powers or something. I maybe it doesn't look like a rhino, but
electricity.
It has some kind of ramming attack that seems to require that you're elevated at all times, but then he also electrocutes you off the thing you're on. So
electrocutes you. Nick, I don't remember this.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, maybe I'm mushing a bunch of different bosses in my head. But I do remember there being one in particular that just took way too long. Like I've already proven I understand how to kill it, and have done it many times.
Well, that's not good enough. Sorry.
There we go.
Perfect.
Finally, we kill it.
Yeah, wow, that was skillful.
And then the whole place dies, which is pretty cool. I like that. It's a nice touch. Yeah, it all looks really dead. You just killed
Lots of skulls.
the source of life in this
Seeing all these
particular
skulls
part.
in the wall.
Are those skulls?
Look at all those skulls, Nick.
I don't think they're supposed to be skulls, are they?
Oh, they're
I think.
skulls.
Yeah. Oh, then we're in a new area.
That's right. Then I told you to go back to open the door.
Oh, that's right. That's what this is. You wanted me to see for myself that there was no way to open it. That from here on out we are going to be.
And then
stuck.
I feel like you. Oh yes, I told you then to use missiles.
Just so I could see. Nothing will get it. Nothing that we currently have will get that door. So.
Yes.
Just so you can't backtrack.
Man, you get whacked by those guys every time.
They come out really quick. It's for me, I'm just bad with timing. Like I'm not used to the timing of enemies in Metroid. They are all really fast. I'm kind of used to like Mario timing, where you have like a good amount of time to understand what the pattern is, where they're coming from, and then you kind of just dodge the pattern. Where in this game, by the time you've seen them, you've already gotten hit. And you need to just know how to approach the enemies in a certain area. I think that's the vibe I've been getting, but again, I might just be bad. Like, yeah, there's.
Well, this is what, the 90th time, Nick? Come on.
See, and then two of them come out. They all come out at once. I put myself in a bad spot. I like how they literally are coming out of like Mario tubes. These Mario pipes, the green ones.
Indeed. As is only acceptable. If you own the rights, use the rights. Even if it means reducing, reusing, and recycling.
Oh, yeah, and then, yeah, here we are at another green door.
How does one
Me being an
open
idiot
the
and not
green
remembering
door?
that I already tried opening a green door with missiles. I'm about to try missiles again. Oh, wait, but it worked. Oh, that's right, because I got the new green thing. That's right.
Super missile.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
Yep, and another
Would you
little
just
spot
shoot it,
to do
please?
it.
Like you're giving me anxiety. Shoot it with the super missile. Please.
Here we go. There we
Thank
go.
you.
Learning lessons slowly but surely. See, what was the point of that one?
Point of what one?
What was the point of that little bombable wall? That again, we're just ruining the illusion of the tile set.
I don't know, just to like make you frustrated that was there the whole time. I don't know. I bet I found things like that, and then I find like the super missile block, and I'm like, oh great, glad I found that secret, which wouldn't have been a secret in the first place.
And then those blocks did look like they could be destroyed. Like sometimes they do tell you, and I think it's the conflation of both messages. Is that the right word? Conflation? I'm not even sure if that's...
What? I don't even...
I feel like conflation means the thing I want it to mean, but I don't know how else to describe the word, so I'm gonna just assume I'm using it wrong and stop it.
I don't know what you mean by conflation.
I mean, to conflate.
Right?
What? I don't know what it means to conflate.
Okay, it might not be a thing. Maybe
I
I think it's a thing. I feel like I've heard it used. Anyway.
I don't know.
So, this is around the time you were having me go searching for things because I wanted to find the next save point because I was done. I was ready to call it quits. And you were...
I said there's a closer save. And there was not.
Yeah, there was no closer save. And you also... Yeah, you were like, yeah, you're missing content. And I'm like, yeah. Gotta go get all this stuff and deal with those effing things again. This whole area is kind of like a weird vertical labyrinth.
Nick loves vertical labyrinths.
I noticed that pipe up there does not go anywhere, considering it goes into a floor that then has no bottom.
What?
Oh, there was a pipe up there. I'll mention it if we see it again.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, then moving on here, and then seeing that we're in an entirely new zone, so we quickly got out of there because we were not going to delve into a whole new zone for this episode. Just wanted to wrap up, kill a boss, make some progress. Great. We now know where the new zone is. We have new things. We killed a boss. It's time to call it quits. So,
Yes.
we're just heading for the save. The one by the boss door, so that we can end our suffering.
And Nick's suffering. I enjoy this a lot. I'm just fine with this arrangement. Thank you. Permanently, Nick. What took you so long to get that save? Like, wouldn't that be the only logical thing to do, Nick? Like, you killed the boss. Go and save. Can you explain to me why you decided not to do that?
I'm wondering, what are these... It's kind of interesting that there's these teleporters around this area.
The teleporters?
Well, anyway, it's actually... It's over now, so we should say goodbyes. So,
Okay.
that's it.